They can lock away your body, put this flesh away, lock it in a cage, have you in chains, and being told what to do by somebody half your age for however long they feel necessary. As long as you don't allow that imprisonment to get to you mentally, then you'll be alright. But if you do allow it to get to you mentally, then the war is already over with. There's no reason to even continue trying to fight because you're already done. Now, mental imprisonment doesn't necessarily have to have, chains or bars or a door, that slams shut in front of you. It doesn't have to have any of that. Mental imprisonment can happen out here in what is considered the free world. If you allow somebody to box you in and trap you mentally to where you can never come out, and do and move and operate as you would want to, then you're mentally imprisoned. Depression, that's mental imprisonment, stress, anxiety, and etc. Multiple different things that become mental imprisonment. You got to allow yourself to sit back and reflect on the happiness in life. Sit back and reflect on the beauty in life. Understand that, troubled times occur. They come to everyone, but there's ups and downs in life. Things happen, things always gonna happen in life. That's just how it works. But don't allow yourself to dawn upon it so long that it puts you into mental imprisonment. I love y'all, family. Hope that helps somebody out there. But with that being said, let's get to it. Believe it. What's going on today, folks? It's your boy King KO back with another video. And for today's topic, man, we got a few of them, man. We got to dive into NBA Youngboy. Amazing news coming out today about YB, man. So shout out to that king. As well as we got to holler at, his ex, his baby mother, Yaya Mayweather, the daughter of the king of boxing, the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But you got to dive into his daughter. We're going to dissect that whole little situation and whatnot. Then we got to dive into, a doctor, who has some very strange, unpopular thoughts about, women getting that, shot for the times that we in right now. The virus is going around and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So she had a whole thought process of how she thinks, people should maneuver while being pregnant and getting that. So we're going to dive into her as well. You know what I'm saying? Then we got some other little, side topics that we really going to dive into, man. Like the Superman character, the new Superman, Superman's son, not Clark Kent, but Joe Kent, the new Superman. And the Superman spinoff and what he's up to in these days, man. I think that's really gonna shock y'all, mess y'all up, man. It's really gonna tear down, the people whose childhood was built around Superman. I know growing up, I was one of those guys, man, who watched Superman, man. I even showed him to my sons, man. They watch him, almost every day. That's one of their favorite characters. But man, this right here really messed me up. You feel me? But yeah, man, like I said, man, we got a lot of touchy topics to talk about for the day, man. So before we get started, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the video, ring that bell icon. Let's keep going up, man. I think we deserve to be one of the top channels out there, man. I don't think they doing it like we is. But y'all make sure y'all leave that comment, man. Real talk. I need that. That's that feedback. Believe it. Man, so news comes out about NBA Youngboy. Some great news. DJ Academics touched on it. You had blogging sites, XXL magazine touching on it. You had a lot of people touching on the fact that NBA Youngboy's court hearing went very, very well, and he is being released on a conditional bond. Now, like we stated, what was that, Monday? When the last video came out about YB, I don't remember. But like we stated in that last video, this man put up basically he had his lawyer come and talk about, a conditional bond where a woman named Kyrie Oliver, as well as, a guy who was an ex-military officer, pretty much said that they would, monitor him. Kyrie Oliver would be his mentor, and the ex-military officer would be basically like the one that was sitting around watching and making sure that, YB did what he was supposed to as far as, the mentoring and being on a conditional bond, to which the DA and the judge denied that situation. I guess this situation is more of like they came with their own people to monitor him, and everything fell through like it was supposed to. I don't understand what made YB's lawyer think that finding these people that YB was already connected to was going to be something that would help out in that situation. Of course, that was going to be denied when they seen the records of him paying, that company $21,000 a week, and that woman already got Kyrie. She already got $600,000 from him, this year, in a matter of months. So yeah, that was going to be a conflict of interest off tops. But yeah, man, multiple people reported on this. So happy news coming from, the YB camp. NBA, y'all got y'all boy back, man. You know what I'm saying? All the YB fans, man, go ahead and drop a like, you know what I'm saying, for this video, man, because, you need to do that. You feel me? Just show your boy some love, man. I would, like I told y'all many a times, man, ain't no YB, ain't no YB disliked this way, man. I ain't got nothing towards this youngin. He ain't never did me nothing, so ain't no reason for me to, feel like I need to have some malice in my heart towards this man. You know what I'm saying? This man is just a young black king trying to live it up and come up in this world. You know what I'm saying? Just because I speak my mind and I speak about, what I see, like, you know what I'm saying? What I see coming from him, I speak the truth on how, I feel about those situations. And I don't care who it is. It can be an artist that I like. If you do something, man, that, I feel like is demoralizing your character and is harmful to your community, I'm not going to sit there and act like it didn't happen. I'm not going to overlook it. You know what I'm saying? A real one going to speak, you know what I'm saying, whatever they feel. Ain't no subliminals. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing ever. So respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, you got to. You can't do nothing else but do that. But anyways, man, shout out to YB for being a free man. Finally becoming a free man. Hopefully he handles all the stipulations of this bond, and it ain't no area where he'll mess up, like, the Fujiano situation where Fujiano cut off his ankle monitor and then, got some time. Now, it is stated that he's being released as well, but that was a stupid move, honestly, on Fujiano's part. So hopefully YB don't, mess this up for himself and ended up catching even more time and give them the reason, to railroad them. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down, youngin. Do what you're supposed to, man. Do everything that they tell you to do as far as this bond situation. And whenever you, get past this case, then you move and operate like a free man. Now you got an opportunity to get back out here and feed your family, feed your kids, or you got a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? Then you got an opportunity to help your homeboys keep growing. I seen OG33 just drop some new music. You know what I'm saying? Funny story though, man. It was on the Trapland Pack song where I seen his ad for his new song. As y'all can see right here, I'm gonna post a picture. But man, that's crazy, man. I didn't expect that. Me trying to listen to the new Trapland Pat song and then OG33's ad pop up. That was funny to me. But yeah, man, hopefully he handles his business like he's supposed to, so he can get out here and feed everybody that relies on him, because we know it's a lot of people, man. A lot of people who need him out here. So yeah, man, handle your business like you're supposed to. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, this next one has to do with the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queen, Yaya Mayweather. Once again, the daughter of boxing legend and the greatest of all time, in my opinion. The money man, Floyd Money Mayweather. You feel me? Now, reports come out about Yaya Mayweather's court situation. She has a trial hearing coming up in February of 2022, where she will find out if she is going to be getting convicted of stabbing NBA Youngboy's girlfriend. I believe that was last year, maybe like the end of 2019. I gotta check back into that. But yeah, man, we all heard the story about Yaya Mayweather stabbing YB's new girlfriend, and now she's facing trial coming up. The date is set and everything, and she could be looking at up to 20 years for that particular crime. So we're gonna go ahead and read the article, and y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section. Title goes on: Yaya Mayweather faces 20 years in prison for alleged stabbing Youngboy NBA's baby mama. Why did they say Youngboy NBA like that? And whatever, it is what it is. But it states the daughter of boxing heavyweight Floyd Mayweather could potentially face up to 20 years in prison for her alleged involvement in the stabbing of NBA Youngboy's baby mama, LaPatra Jacobs. First off, Floyd Mayweather is not a heavyweight. Never was. So, yeah, what are y'all talking about? Y'all obviously don't know who Floyd Mayweather is. That's crazy. But it says, the starting news surfaced back in April 2020 after Yaya and Jacobs got into a heated altercation involving Youngboy, whom Yaya also shares a child. The mother of one's pre-trial hearing has reportedly been scheduled for February 2022. According to the Neighborhood Talk, Yaya was hit with an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge following the incident. The report then goes on to say Jacobs has been mum regarding the court case, but earlier this year she took to social media to share a few videos of her injuries she sustained during the alleged scuffle with Yaya. It's unclear as to whether she and Youngboy currently have a romantic involvement. Whatever, we ain't gonna read the rest of that, but as y'all can see, man, she's facing that. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Next up, we got this woman right here. Do y'all know who this woman is? Who all know who this woman is? Nobody really. But for those of you who do, then y'all know that this is Anne Banfield. Anne Banfield. And she has come out stating that women who are pregnant right now, because of the particular virus that we are going through, should be receiving vaccinations. This woman right here. Do y'all trust this face? Do y'all trust this? Do y'all believe that this woman would tell you the truth? Or would she just regurgitate stuff that she heard around her practice, around the world, and people who have a lot of influence? She looks like one of those people who literally just regurgitates whatever somebody tells her and takes that in as moral belief. Honestly, I don't like to judge a book by its cover, but she does not look like she believes in the Most High. She does not look like she believes in anything. You know what I mean? And that's her own decision if that is the case. She got the right to believe and do whatever she wants to. But to promote these ideologies out into the world, that these women should be receiving these shots because of the times we are in, knowing that it has been untested and unproven, even to, adults and kids. There's already people who have passed away from this. You got schools in Miami talking about 30 days out of school because of, kids who have got the shot and decided, they were coming back to school. That's a no-no because they don't want to spread the after effects of that particular shot. So if the schools aren't trusting it because they know that there's something that comes with it, why would you trust it on an embryo? Why would you trust it on an unborn, unfully developed child? Like, that right there makes no sense. Sometimes we got to use common sense. And I know common sense isn't so common, but this is one of those things where you would think, especially with her being a female, she probably don't even have kids, but especially with her being a female, you would think that she would have the common knowledge to understand that an undeveloped child should not be a practice subject. An undeveloped child, you should not be practicing unproven medicine on them. That makes no sense at all whatsoever. You got grown people falling over and passing away from this particular stuff. Then that's probably not something you should give to a child, an unborn child at that. And then you also got them talking about they want to give this particular medicine to children 5 to 11 years old. Like, this is just getting out of hand, man. At some point, we got to say enough is enough. And with that being said, I want to shout out Kyrie Irving for him identifying that enough was enough and not tolerating, what the NBA is putting out. He used the Dave Chappelle method of basically walking away from the money. You cannot puppeteer me with a bag of money. That's what Kyrie Irving's statement is standing up and saying. And for all the beautiful queens and mothers out there, do not be persuaded by a doctor to test your baby as a test subject. Do not be persuaded by this. Just because she went and got a medical degree and she knows a little bit about medicine does not mean she knows everything about survival. A lot of these doctors might know how to hospitalize somebody, but they don't know how to survive in the real world. So do not get your morals, beliefs, and values from a doctor. Understand that discernment is what matters here, and she is trying to trick you. Fellas, do you see this beautiful woman right here? This beautiful Caucasian queen, beautiful Caucasian goddess. Yeah, y'all see her? She's beautiful, huh, man? You just want that, huh? You just want to pull her right up out the screen, right? Snatch her right up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Snatch her so quick that hat fly off. You feel me? You want to snatch her up out of that all black, don't you? No, you don't. You don't want to touch her. Because this woman right here, her name is Aliza Kelly. And Aliza Kelly is a psychopath, in my opinion. Aliza Kelly is a devout practicer in witchcraft. She's a pagan, and she believes in all of those negative things of the world. We're going to dive into an article that was produced by Yahoo News, and we're going to learn a little bit about what Aliza Kelly's ideal of an ideal world is, and the people that is involved in her world, in her realm. Because Yahoo has came out with a report that quotes, and I quote, end quote, that witchcraft is on an all-time high, and witchcraft has a bad name, even though it's not a bad thing. And there's a trend going all around, the YouTube world and the TikTok world about witchcraft, and also about voodoo and other forms of magic that have been pretty much integrated into the cultures of the world. Now, we do understand that they have their own culture, and blacks have their own culture, Now, Caucasians call it witchcraft. Blacks call it voodoo. You got this whole push and movement nowadays where all of these black folks are talking about how voodoo was never a bad thing. It was here to protect us. It was to protect us away from our oppressor and all of this. But if that was to be the case, then how did we get oppressed in the first place? If they had this type of magic and power and all this stuff that could protect them and everybody was using it, it was a part of the religion, how did you get oppressed in the first place? But let me not get lost. Let's go ahead and read a little bit of this article and see what it has to say, family. It starts out saying, through new research on the growing interest in witchcraft is limited. Its online presence cannot be ignored. More millennials and G-Zers are embracing, what is a G-Zer? Are embracing the practice thanks to hashtags like hashtag witchcraft of Instagram and hashtag witchtop. What? All of which have created new opportunities for practitioners to educate and empower each other as authors, podcasters, and influencers. But what most people fail to see is that outside of the portrayals in films, they trying to use all these big educated words to make it sound so good and sweet, but it's actually something sinister and satanic. But it goes on to say, outside of portrayals in film, TV, and social media, there is a bustling community of real-life witches who do not need to watch actors or influencers cast spells to heal the world's pain. They're doing it themselves. What is going on here? Why are people literally interested in this and want to be a part of this world? Like, this is not something that you want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? This is something that will bring you down a path of darkness and bring you to a place you do not want to be. And I'm telling y'all from experience, man, because, I went through some darkness myself, you know. So I'm just telling y'all, it's very real, it's very wicked, and it's something you want to stay away from, for real. But it goes on to say, the growing interest in witchcraft, I think, is going to keep getting bigger, particularly with the young generation. That's who they targeting. Y'all gotta watch these words and pay attention to them. Identify what's really going on here. They're targeting the young demographic. But it says, because of the ecological crisis we're facing, Amanda Yates Garcia, interviewed above, a popular witch known as the Oracle of Los Angeles, tells Yahoo Life. She says that at its core, witchcraft is a religion of nature. Yeah, you see that? Once again, it's religion. Now, all the people that tell you that it's not a religion, that it's just a way of life, they contradicted themselves in this article as well. But all the people who tell you it's a way of life, they're lying, because they're confirming as of right here that it is a religion. So watch out for it, which is appealing to those searching for the meaning of connectivity of all things. See, now they trying to, that's paganism right there. Y'all got to pay attention to what it is, you know, tree huggers. Garcia was raised in a religion by her witch mother. That's how it goes, passed down from generation to generation. But had stopped practicing witchcraft as a late teen until she found it again as a young adult. She now credits the growing popularity of witchcraft to social media. A lot of people are exposed to it that wouldn't have been exposed before. She says, I think witches get to speak for themselves a lot more, whereas maybe in the 80s or 90s, it was this sort of dominant media structure that maybe would do a one-off article on them, but always from the perspective of these women who think they are witches or whatever it is. Nice to see that witches can say what they are really about. Now, it's hard to say that witches are evil or stupid when you go to their pages and she's got a PhD talking about ecology and science and telling people that to give, you know what, you can really maintain the same level of misinformation that prior decades, you know, pretty much went through. That was a poor attempt to try to give these people, you know, the credibility over regular people or people of the past. And it's a way for them to try to make it more intriguing to the populace by saying that we're all intelligent people. So if you're an intelligent person, you should be a part of this. Then it says, here comes our girl from the beginning that we was trying to dive into. Aliza Kelly, best-selling author, producer, and a thought leader of witchcraft. Now y'all see what she does. She's an author, she's a book writer, whatever. Credits Witchcraft revival in the 1990s for helping her find the voice. Movies like Hocus Pocus and The Craft, she says, spawned a wave of pop-up stories in her hometown where she discovered that magic was something I had in Natalie. I have this very intuitive connection, Kelly tells Yahoo. So when I saw that mirrored in pop culture, it felt very affirming. I felt like the things I felt were really possible and really there. Knowing that I am magic, feeling and identifying as witch from such a young age, it felt like a true expression of my spirit. Kelly's passion to help others tap into their own magic inspired her to write her latest book, This Is Your Destiny, using astrology to manifest your best life, which she hopes will make magic accessible to those with limited resources. Now, as y'all can see, she's trying to promote the fact that, you know, it was something divine that pushed her to become a witch. She's also preying on the innocent minds of children, as well as Disney and multiple other, you know, cartoon networks pump out these children's stories of, you know, fairies and, you know, little pixies and fairy dust and magic and wizards and all these different things, and they promote them to be something good, something hopeful, and something that will not do anything else but be your friend, and you have magic inside of you, so just utilize it. And that's what she's trying to promote. She's trying to promote it to kids that you are destined. I've been this way from a young age, and now it's coming out to the populace, so you should do it. Encouraging them. Sinister stuff. A lot of my own magic came out of a difficult circumstances, not being happy in my conditions and being able to connect with magic, or being able to light a candle or do a little spell and basically make a wish for the situation to be better, or for there to be some release, or for there to be some solution, says Kelly. It was a way for me to cope when I couldn't change my external circumstances, but I could change my internal ones. And slowly through time, you start to see that your internal realities become reflected in your external circumstances. When you go back for enough, there's going to be some king or magic in the religion or native in the religion that you come from or native land you come from. Says Carrie Chandler, a Salem mass-based witch and celebrity astrologer, adding that even for people who don't grow up with a deep culture background, witchcraft is a way to incorporate culture and ritual into your life. It's also appealing right now, especially in the wake of the Black Lives Movement. Now, you see that right there? She basically insulted black folks and basically tried to invite them in all at the same time. She said that black folks don't have much of a cultural background, but as we all know, most of the culture is influenced and moved and pushed by black culture, which is crazy. But she also tried to say that Black Lives Matter is basically getting intrigued and involved into this, especially with all the stuff that's going on with them right now and the fact that they want to fight back. Now, that was all I was going to read from this article, but I am putting it up, the rest on the screen, just in case you guys, want to pause the screen and read the rest and see what else, pretty much went on. But just beware and watch out for your kids, man, because all they trying to do is pump out this propaganda and promote, witchcraft and Satan's things to, all the kids. Like scripture told us, man, don't play and don't touch Satan's things. As we all know, this is Satan's stuff, so stay away from it. It's a lot of celebrities, a lot of people involved in it. Y'all know. Dun, dun, dun. I need that little sound effect, don't I, man? Y'all check this out, man, because this is a crazy story right here. It says DC's new Superman comes out as bi. Today, more people can see themselves. What? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And then someone wrote, I've always said everyone needs heroes and everyone deserves to see themselves in their heroes. And I am very grateful DC and Warner Bros shares this. DC and Warner Bros, man, y'all are so dark, sinister. It is crazy. But the people that waited till this point of the video, I most definitely appreciate y'all, man. Man, I appreciate y'all love and support, man. That means so much to me, man. We rocking out for a little while now, man. So y'all at, it's 27 minutes so far. So I appreciate y'all just rocking out with me though. But let's go on and see what this article has to say, fam. It quotes, and I quote, end quote, the DC Universe is celebrating October 11th National Coming Out Day in the most super way possible. On Monday, the comic book publisher announced that John Kent, Superman of Earth and son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, will be coming out as in the newest issue of Superman, son of Kal-El, and the 5th in the series to be released on November 9th. He then goes on to say, in an interview with the New York Times, Taylor added that the idea of replacing Clark Kent with another straight white savior felt like a missed opportunity, explaining that a new Superman had to have new fights and real world problems that he could stand up to as one of the most powerful people in the world. I'm incredibly honored to be working beside Tom on the Superman, son of Kal-El series, showing John Kent tackling his complex modern life while also saving the world from its greatest threats, villains, and menaces. Illustrated John Tim said in a statement, our Superman comes out. Happy coming out day. DC Comics, the DC Nation. At the DC Nation, at John Tim M's art. John Tim's art. Art. Yeah, y'all know what that is. Y'all just read that if y'all want to. But as y'all can see, man, he says Superman came out on Coming Out Day on October 11th. Now, it goes on to state, I've always said everyone needs heroes and everyone deserves to see themselves in the heroes. And I'm very grateful DC and Warner Bros shared this ideal. Written Tom Taylor said in a press release, Superman's symbol has always stood for hope, for truth, and for justice. Today, that symbol represents something more. Today, more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in comics. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys those pictures. Now, before I show them to y'all, viewer discretion is advised. Man, it's ridiculous. It's sick. Here they are. Now, this picture right here is a picture of him sitting with, I guess, his supposed boyfriend. This next picture is just another picture of him sitting with, you know, the same dude. And it's very, very, very tough to sit and look at. This one gets a little bit more disturbing because they are gazing into each other's eyes, you know, having a moment with each other, and it's very, very, very disturbing. It's something that should not be promoted to kids whatsoever. Superman is a kid's cartoon, and it's for boys. It's not for girls, not for any of that. You know, it's for boys. It's for the masculine kids, because feminine kids, you know, wouldn't really be interested in a strong man who fights a lot, you know, wants to save the world. But as you guys can see by the caption at the bottom, it says that Superman came out with his dude, a romantic relationship with Jay Nakamura in the latest issue of Superman Son of Kal-El. Credits to DC Comics. Now, as you can see, Jay is, and this is the most disturbing one, they are literally kissing on their lips, two grown men. That's very disturbing. Now, this one is literally something that should not be on television nor cartoons, kids television. Now, Jay is an Asian man, you know, Nakamura, or you know, he's an Asian man. So they're not only promoting this to, you know, they're promoting it to everybody around the world, but two of the biggest markets in the world, you know, in, you know, Asian, you know, China and the United States, two of the biggest publishers of movies, and where kids watch all these different cartoons, the people who put out the most cartoons, you know, the Americans and Asians. And this is very sick and sinister. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this down in the comments section. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for staying to this point of the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and you know I'm gonna be back. With that being said, I'm out. Yeah.